Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to IG We train, you learn. Today we shall continue our learning on statistics. Precisely, we are going to look at another method in finding a central tendency, which is median. We talk about mode, we talk about median, we talk about a mean, right? The mean, mode, median. The second method of central tendency is median, which we are going to cover in today's class. Without further delay, let's get started. I wish I would like to let you know that we have a YouTube channel, the channel name IGBits. Feel free to log into YouTube and then subscribe the channel. Your support is very important and essential for us to sustain the channel information, keep updated, and then your helping hand will support us to build the more knowledge and then sharing across, right, all the people who are like us to actually get the access and then learn the unseen topics. Okay, and feel free to share the channel to the your circle so that we can extend our helping hand to the rest of the world. Thank you all for keep staying with us and then keep help expanding our channel data to rest of the world. Like you said, today we are going to look at a median, which is a part of measure of central tendency. So we have mean, mode, median. Mean covered already, and then median is now we are going to cover. We spoke about mean is one of the measure of central tendency. The another measure of central tendency is like median, right? We were talking about ungrouped data set for now. Okay, so second measure of central tendency is called a median. Let's talk about median little. Let's say we have an observations from the raw data. These observations we don't know whether randomly given or they arranging in specific order, but we have to make sure we have to arranging them either in the increasing order or the decreasing order, doesn't matter, but one arrangement has to be happen for the given data. Once you arrange, then you find out the middlemost from the arrangement. The middlemost, that is what we can call it as a median. That's a definition. Are you clear? So let's say, for example one, you take some values 3, 10, and 15, 23, 35, right? So let's take this example. So how do you calculate a median? If you look at these three, this series, this data set is actually in some order, right? It is an increasing order. Agree? So let me change my color. You can cross leftmost and the rightmost one by one. One leftmost and one rightmost you can cross. One leftmost, one rightmost you can cross. What is left over? This one. This is what you can call it as a median from the given data set. But interesting observations are, how many samples are given? How many observations are given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your observations in this case, observations n equal to 5. Odd number, right? This is odd number. And hence the median would be what they were talking n plus 1 by 2. When number of observations are odd, then the median is n plus 1 by 2, n plus 1 by 2 observation. So 5 plus 1 by 2 equal to 3. The third element would be from should be your median. In our case 1, 2 and 3, right? This is the third element. That's what they talk about. Clear? So let's take another example. Example 2. a random values, maybe 5, maybe 2, 4, 9, 8, 13. So by looking at this, what happens? These are not in one order, right? Increase, decreasing, something like that. But you have to make one arrangement. Let's say rearrange them as a rule number 1. So rule number 1 is like an order, right? So whatever may be the order, either increase order, decrease order. Let's do 2 and 4, 5, 8, 9, 13. So I rearranged it. Correct? Now what you have to do? You have to sort out. The simple technical is cross one by one. Cross leftmost, rightmost, leftmost and rightmost. Oh, now I left with 2. I can't cut this up. Rather, I can average these two. So 5 plus 8 divided by 2. How much? 13 by 2. So it's nothing but 6.5. So some central value between 5 and 8 would be your median. Are you clear? How many observations we have? Our observations are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 observations. And hence your middle value would be 6 by 2 and 6 by 2 plus 1. Right? So 3 and 4. This implies third one and fourth observations would be your pick. So if you can really look at third and fourth observations, you are considering for calculating the median by averaging them. You're clear? Let's find out a median for the given data. So what is the rule number 1? Rule number 1, arrange them in order. So let's arrange them in increasing order. So 2, 3, 4, right? So 2 done, 3 and 4. Next one, 8, then 12, 16, 18. Okay, all done. So how many observations I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 observations. So your median is n plus 1 by 2, which is 7 plus 1 by 2. So fourth observation would be your median in our case. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be your median. Let's try out the another way of solving this problem. If you can take this series and cut one by one, cross the leftmost and then rightmost, leftmost and the rightmost, leftmost and rightmost. What you get is 8. This is nothing but your median. So if you look at this observation, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth observation, right? Fourth observation is your median from the given data set. So either you can use this traditional method or you can apply this formula to get the median value for a given problem. Let's try solve this problem. Find the median for a given data set. So what is the rule number 1 here? Order. So let's put them in order. 4, 5. What is the next one? 8, 10, 12 and 16. So we arrange them in order. Next what you have to do, you can try to cross out one by one leftmost and rightmost to arrive the middle number, right? Let's start. Cross the leftmost one, rightmost one. Done. Next step, cross the secondmost from the left side and then right side. Okay, you don't want to cut now because you need to have something, right? This is a middle. So you have the two numbers. So average of 2, mean of 2 is your median. Mean of 8 and 10 would be your median. Right? What is an average? 8 plus 10 by 2. 18 divided by 2. So 9. So somewhere else here, your median. You can have a thumb rule, right? Observations. Number of observations we see. Number of observations. How many here? 6 observations. So when you have an even number, this is even, correct? When you have even, the middle, the mid, how do you get a median? Median would be getting like this, n by 2, if it is n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1, mean would be your median. So 6 by 2 and 6 by 2 plus 1 observations, right? So 3 and 4 observations should be considered for your median. So in our case, like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Third element, third observation is 8, fourth observation 10, and then doing an average for this is what you get a value, which is your median. Okay, so two ways you can solve this problem. Any question? Good. Next topic, quartiles in the median. So what is meant by quartiles within the median? So let's, what we have seen is that for a given data set, the first rule to identify the median is arranging them in order. Once you have the arrange them in order, the middle, the value for a given data set would be your median, isn't it? Right? When you say median for the given data set, is probably 50% of the data, 50th, the observation would be your median, correct? So let's say arrange them these things given data set into an order, ascending order or descending order, increasing order or decreasing order. Let's put that way. So let me put 1 and 2, 3. I'm arranging them in order. Okay, 4, 5, and so we have 6, 7, no, 7, and then 10. After 10, what is it? 15, 20, and then 19. What else? 35, 38, and 50. Right? So if you look at now, how many observations we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 observations. 13 observations. So how do you calculate a median for 13? 13 is an odd number. So to calculate the median, you have to use 13 plus 1 by 2th observation. Correct? So what is the value now? 14 by 2 is a seventh. Seventh observation you have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh observation means this one. This probably at 10. What is the minimum value is 1, right? This is a min value, and this is a 10. This is called a median, right? Within the data set, probably 50. If you can divide the data set into two parts, that this is the 50th percent, right? So percentage. So data set divided into two groups at this level, right? And then max would be 50. Sometimes we can call it as a quartile 4. This one. So let's forget about it. And then now these we can consider as a Q1 and then Q2. So percentage wise, if you see data set, right? So min to Q1 would be the 25% of data can be distributed between these 2 points, and 25 to 50 you will be distributing the data between these two limits, and again 50 to 75% would be here. The other way we can tell, the total median is basically dividing the total data set into two parts. This part what we can call it as a lower half of data set, correct? Similarly, here what we can consider upper half of data set. Okay, so if you look at this lower half of the data set, the Q1 would be the median for this data set. So Q1 is the median for this lower half of the data set. Similarly here, median of upper half of the data set is your Q3. Clear? This is how you will get it. So for example here, let me change my color, my pen color, maybe red. Okay, so you look at this now, this data set. So what would be my median? Maybe these two, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 samples. So middle one would be these two. So 3 plus 4 by 2 is not 3.5. 3.5 would be your Q1, right? Similarly, you can consider these elements 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is also, so middle is this much, right? 19 plus 35 divided by 2 is your Q3. Okay, so you can add it 4 and then 5 divided by 2, so 27. So value 27, you can get it here, right? This is how your data can be distributed, and then you can find out the Q1, Q2, Q3 and then Q4, right? So these quartiles are very essential, because what we are going to do in the median, we were representing this all things in the box plot graph. So box means like something like this. You take the mean value and then at the Q1 you plot a graph till and then you mark like this. So this is a min value, this is a max value, and then this portion is a Q1, and then this is your Q2, and this is your Q3, right? What we can call it, this is a box plot, so which we use in median math calculations, right? So there is a reason for doing that. So your interesting is basically between the Q1 and Q3. The Q3 minus Q1 is called as these are the quartiles, right? The interquartile range means Q3 minus Q1 would be the interquartile range. In our case, if you look at 27 minus how much? Q1, 3.5, right? So which is nothing but 23.5 would be your interquartile range. This we are going to use for understanding the data and find out the outer layers of the data, okay, which will continue in the next topic. Are you clear? So for given data, we were arranging them in one order. Either it could be increasing order or decreasing order. Any order is fine, but as you are convenient, you can add it. In our cases, like I added like increasing order, and then the middle value I consider as a median. And then from the given observations, I can say like the given observation 13, which is odd number, and hence as per the math, n plus 1 by 2 is the seventh element, is what I arrived as my median. So if I can calculate, what I get is 10th, so which is a middle value. So now this median is dividing a samples data set into two subsets, lower half of the data set and then upper half of the data set. Median of lower half of the data set is called as a Q1, right? Quartile 1. and then median of upper half of the data set is called as a Q3, right, which is like a 70% level. So Q3, and then if you can see, this is basically like a number scale, right? So we can represent this in a whole story into box plot. In a box plot, so box basically you can draw with the Q1, Q2, Q3 limits. Q2 is the middle, Q1, Q2. So sounds to be like in the diagram, like my data is actually equally distributed. If not, I can see Q2 actually moving towards to Q1 or the towards to Q3, and then these three are basically limits: min limit and max limit. Max limit also called as a Q4 sometimes. Okay, so the range, interquartile range, in interquartile range, interquartile range, interquartile range is nothing but Q3 minus Q1. So that is what we are going to calculate, which is 23.5. This value which we are going to use for find out the actual min max values for the given sample data, to understand whether that given data is having any outer layer. If you have an outer layer, you have a different meaning to extract that outer layers and then do the next of observations based out of your business case. I hope you are clear. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on bell icon and leave the comments. All right, logically we conclude that today topic. Remaining we will cover in next meet. Thank you all who are joined in today's class. Stay tuned to next session. Have a good day. See you tomorrow, guys.